Oh hey, so today's video is another story time video, as you could tell by the title, and if you follow me on Twitter at soundlyawake, you may have taken part in the poll. And I feel like I already knew how you guys would vote, because if you saw last week's video, all of the comments are asking me to tell the story. So I'm gonna put it out there and say that it doesn't put me in like the best light. If you missed last week's video, the link is right here where the little eye is. You just click that eye and then, it'll be there. So just a quick overview. My boyfriend cheated on me with my best friend, and I found out while we were all together on vacation in Miami. So, July 1st. If you remember, this is an important date. July 1st is the day that Justine, JP Metz, another one of my best friends forever, moved from my hometown to Philadelphia. And I was still, I still had that glimmer of hope because my boyfriend had told me that they had just kissed and it was over and whatever. And in my mind, we hadn't broken up yet. I think it was probably clear to him, as it would be anyone, but to me it was not, because I still thought that we could fix things. So, my boyfriend lived about 45 minutes away from me. So that fateful day, I decided to drive to his apartment. Now, what did I see when I got to his apartment was a sea green car, unmissable, and that sea green car belonged to my best friend. So my brain said nope to logic, and instead said yap to rage. And so I saw the car and I had like an out-of-body experience. I was like, wait, I thought this ended. What do you mean? Why are we here in this moment? What's going on? So I'm here in the parking lot of my boyfriend's apartment next to my best friend's car. And what happened next, guys? What happened next? Actually, no, for real. Place your guesses on what do you think happened next and put it in the comment. Don't post the comment yet. Leave it in the comment and then add afterwards, after you hear what actually happened, and discuss. I think this is a fun little game. Okay, you did it? You did it? Okay. No, I did not slash his tires. I know that was going through a couple of your minds. What I did was probably a little illegal. So I look over at the garage door and everything in me said, hey, you should try to open that. Bad idea. Bad. Do not advise. I opened it. It was unlocked. So I go through the garage and I go through the door that's in the garage. Unlocked. I open it. I go up the stairs to the apartment. That door is also unlocked. I open it. So I really hope all of you went and watched that first video first, because it really sets the scene. Jafeel, like, that is imperative. Please watch that video first. Continuing. So I'm in the apartment. I hear a shower running. So his apartment was set up like this. I walk in, there's, kitchen-ness and whatever, and then past that is his bedroom on the right, and then the shower / bathroom is right to the left of that. Right to the left. Who decided right should be the name of a direction if the right direction is left? I digress. I open the door to his bedroom, and he is sleeping, face down on the bed, which means my friend was in the shower. So I'm standing there in his room. Why am I telling this story? I go into the bedroom and I sit down on the bed, still sleeping, sleep through the whole thing, and I wait ever so patiently for my friend to come out of the bathroom. And he does. And he's naked. And he sees me sitting on the bed, just super calm, just sitting. I don't know what must have been going through his mind. I don't know. Fear probably is one of them. Confusion. So he's standing there naked. My eyes don't divert because he's my friend. I don't need to see that. So I'm looking directly at his face. And he just goes, "Hi." Hi. Is that what you say to your best friend whose boyfriend's apartment you're in, who you had been sleeping with since April, and it's now July, and I just found out about it last week? Hi. I felt the wrath of the universe. Like everyone who had ever been angry, it was within me. So I motioned to lunge toward him. I have no idea what would have happened if he didn't, but he locked himself in the bathroom. At which point, my boyfriend finally wakes up. And my boyfriend was sleeping, so you know when you wake up and you're already disoriented, like you don't know what day or time or century or era you're in? No, just me. But he's disoriented because he just woke up and he sees me on his bed. Me! Oh my gosh. I don't even remember what he said because the rage was just blocking all my senses, blocking out the haters. So he says something to the effect of, what is going on? I mean, I feel like that's like a good thing to say in that situation. Why are you, my boyfriend who I cheated on you with, your best friend, and your best friend is here in my apartment? It's a fitting question. Keep in mind, I still believe that they only kissed and it was over and there was still a chance for us to get back together. So of course, if it was just a kiss and it ended, I'm thinking, hey, why is he here walking out of your bathroom naked in the morning? So I essentially demand answers. And I'm like, you have to tell me what's going on. Probably like a little less level-headed than that. And he doesn't. Instead, he drags me out of his apartment because I wouldn't leave. Understandable, I guess. So I'm literally being drugged? I wasn't being drugged. That's another story. Oh my gosh. Should I tell that one? He was there that night too. Anyway, dragged. I was being dragged. And not like, yes, hunty, drag her. No, physically, like a corpse body. A corpse body? I need to choose my words. So we make it out to the stairwell and I still refuse to leave. I sit on the stairs and this is where the orange juice comes in. It's not a very pivotal moment of the story, but to me, in retrospect, it's hilarious. So we're sitting in the stairwell and my friend sneaks out the apartment another way. I have no idea. Did he climb out a window? I have no clue, but I heard his car start and he left. So me and my boyfriend are in the stairwell and he says something like, what do you want to know? Or what do you want me to say? And I'm like, why is he here? What is going on? Like, I just want, like, I don't need the details at what specific moment you orgasmed this morning. I just need to know what state this relationship is in. I need clarification. So he's like, how about I come over after work and we talk about it? And I'm like, no. So he gives me bits and pieces. He tells me that it has been going on since April, which is how many months? Like 3 months. And of course, at that moment, you think back, you in the position of me as in I thought back to different moments where I thought we were having a great time and then it made me question everything. Like, was nothing real? And so I had this huge sense that I could not trust anyone. And I didn't even know if I could trust what he was telling me at that point, but I kind of had to. And I'm assuming it's true because at this point, he would have not had too much reason to lie unless he thought I was gonna like blow up his apartment or something. That's a possibility. Moving on. So he tells me that and then I ask more specific questions, which I would not advise doing because I asked things like how many times, where, when, like all of these questions that were eating at me that I wanted to ask, but maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know if it made anything better. It probably didn't. It probably made things a little worse. Unless it did. I don't know. I'm not a pro. I'm just telling the story, you know? My experience. And he tells me the first time that it happened was in my bedroom while my mom was downstairs and while I was at work. Hey brain, you're stupid for feeling things now. It's kind of over. Thanks. Let's continue. Oh my God, I'm hot. I mean, it's hot today, but also I'm hot. So I'm so distraught at this moment and I couldn't process anything. So to get back at him for everything that he's done, I just very assertively and authoritatively shout, "Get me juice! Get me juice." That's his payment for everything that he'd done. So he gets me juice. He gets me orange juice. I guess juice has magical calming powers. I was somehow living in the moment. I wasn't, on my deathbed. I calmed down a little bit because in some way it felt like a little piece of revenge. Like I made him get me juice. Like he had to get me juice and he did it. And so I'm drinking the orange juice and he convinces me that we can continue to talk about it later that night after he gets out of work. I leave, I get in my car, I go home, and later that night, of course this is hours later and thousands of tears later, because that day I was a mess. Just imagine like a pile of trash, like not a pile, like a garbage dump, a landfill, if you will. No, in the future when Earth just becomes the place that other planets dump their garbage. That's what I felt like. So I'm at home and he comes over after work and we talk and it was awful. And I had another little piece of revenge that day, or something that was just kind of satisfying, because as he was explaining himself and telling me, what happened and all this stuff, he broke out in hives. But I still went and got him calamine lotion because I still loved him. Because it sucks that you can't turn shit off. Like, if you could turn off your emotions, that would be so useful in situations like this. So at that point, I understood. We were officially over, it was done, and he went back home and whatever. And he and my best friend dated for 2 years after that. I would periodically keep tabs. Also not advisable. Nothing I do is advisable. Let's just put that out there. And even 2 years later, when I found out that they broke up, I rejoiced. Like me and my friends, my actual friends, rejoiced. Because for 2 years, it almost seemed validated, like justified that he left me for my best friend. And so when that ended, it took that away for me. It just sucked a lot. It was really hard for a long time. I would say I was bad for like 6 months. Like that's half a year, y'all. Like that's a lot of months. I was the worst for the first 3 weeks, and then it was, it of course gets better as time goes on. And I think maybe like the 6-month mark is when I was finally like, okay. Still, when I thought about it, not the best memories to reflect upon, but I could function normally and I could move on. Time heals all wounds. So corny, but so true. And I'm so glad that I had like school and work to go to during that time, because when I would go to school, I would have so much fun with my 2 best friends from college, Kayreen and Amay. I spent most of my time at school, at work, or in Philadelphia with Justine. So I wasn't around the same places that we would have gone, and I think that helped me a lot. But yeah, between the time that I spent at Montclair, at my school, and at work, and in Philly, I was able to get past it. And here I am telling you this story today. And yeah, if you're going through something in your relationship where your significant other is cheating on you, my advice to you, anyone in this situation, like they had just had a significant other cheat on them, especially with a best friend or, oh my God, a sibling, that happens. Just try your best to find things that make you happy regardless of what you're feeling in the moment. For me, that was spending time with my friends, overall distracting myself, and I hope that you get through it soon, because it sucks being there, and trust me, I know what it feels like. But I'm also here to tell you that you will get through it, because hey, I'm here. Hey. And I also don't want people to not get into relationships just because they are scared that this thing might happen. Yes, there is a chance that it might happen, but it's a very small fraction of people that would do this. So don't let this deter you from dating and stuff. That's not my intention. My intention is to hopefully relate to people out there who have been through the same thing, and to let you guys know that things suck sometimes and you just have to find yourself again. And it takes time. So thank you guys for watching once again. My name is Nicola Foti. You're watching Soundly Awake, and I'll see you in a couple days with a new video. Pieces.
Let's see if it works. Oh.
Yay.
Let me make sure I look stuntin', as the kids say. Because we know Nikki will use every minute of this recorded to make a 20-minute video.
You are coming for me.
I came for you, and I'll come again.